So it's mid-February here on the Olympic Peninsula. And this is the time of year when most of our state parks are starting to wake up and get ready for that spring rush. But here at Anderson Lake, that's a completely different story. The gates are still locked for the winter, which means there's no cars in the parking lot. There's no families playing in the grass. And you see it almost immediately when you walk in here. There's signs that aren't just telling you to pick up after your pet or keep your dog on a leash. Instead, they're using words like danger or toxic. And you wonder, what's it all about? Because as I'm walking on this trail, I'm seeing this beautiful forest all around me. But at the same time, there's kind of a calm and a stillness, maybe a little bit of an unease. So since the park is closed, we've got a couple of different options on how to get down to the lake. And I've chosen this 1.5 mile loop path that goes through this just beautiful second growth forest. I mean, the Olympic Peninsula is a place unlike any other. It's shrouded with these gorgeous western hemlocks. There's lichen on the trees. You've got the sword ferns blowing in the breeze. Absolutely beautiful. It feels almost like a sanctuary this time of year because it's so still. Yes, you can hear a little bit of road noise in the background, and there's the unfortunate airplanes that are always overhead. But just the stillness and calm here in the park is pretty phenomenal. But if you look really, really close, you can see some of the indicators of what makes this such a dangerous area. Kind of hard to see on the camera, but in the drainage ditches, there's signs of yellow flag iris, which is an invasive species. It's absolutely beautiful when it's in bloom, but it's highly aggressive. And it's one of the leading indicators of what makes this lake so dangerous in the first place. Usually, a lake is kind of the heart of a park, right? That's where everybody gathers to swim and play and picnic. But here at Anderson Lake, you'll notice the trail I'm on is conveniently a little isolated from the lake itself. And there's actually no real way to get down to the lake from most of the trails. That makes you wonder why. So there it is. We've got 410 acres of beautiful wilderness, all surrounding this one tranquil body of water, right? I mean, from here it looks like a postcard. This is the place you want to go. This is the place to escape, get away, and embrace nature, right? I was just watching a bald eagle up there that's fishing for probably its afternoon snack. Geese on the lakes. There's some migratory coots here for the winter time. I mean, it is a nature paradise. But that's where the trap is, because this lake has actually been referred to as the most dangerous body of water in Washington. And at one point in time, it actually held a world record that nobody wants to have. The danger here isn't a predator, right? It's not wild animals living in the woods or man-eating piranha in the lake, right? The danger here is actually a silent toxin. This time of year it lies dormant, but this lake is a factory for Anatoxin-A. Anatoxin-A is a byproduct of a blue-green algae. Now, when this algae was first discovered in the 1960s, scientists actually named it the very fast death factor. Think about that for a minute. That's pretty intense. So when this blue-green algae, or Anatoxin-A, is found in other state parks or lakes, it's deemed to be safe if there's 1 part per million. Here in this lake, there have been recordings up to 170,000 parts per million. Now, that's not just off the charts. That's like crazy off the charts. As a matter of fact, back in 2006, there were a couple of dogs that decided to take a drink out of this lake. They never made it back to their car. They died in the park. That is how intensely dangerous this blue-green algae can be. Now, again, from here, it looks like a postcard. It is a beautiful, pristine lake. Certain times of year, you've got fishermen and kayakers out there. It's a gorgeous place. but you never know when that blue-green algae is going to strike. And if you look closely, I can show you some signs of it, that even here in the winter time, it's already starting to activate because of some of the warmer weather that we've been having this year. It's a little difficult to see this time of year just because you've got the pollen coming off the trees and all the leaves and things breaking down from winter. But you're already starting to see kind of a greenish slime across certain areas of the water. That's where the algae is becoming activated again because of the warming days and the sun. The algae will lay dormant in the mud throughout the winter time, and then all it takes is a few days of warm weather to turn this into just a death factory. Now, the lake itself is kind of that perfect storm, right? It's a nice, big, wide open, shallow bowl, which means the water gets nice and warm during the summertime. Because of the farm runoff locally and the birds that come in, the phosphorus levels and nitrogen levels are off the chart, which is a great way to activate this algae bloom in the first place. Combine that with some natural chemicals and boom, you've got an instant danger on your hands. You know, it's an interesting paradox when you think about it. A lake that is so deadly to humans is an absolute sanctuary for nature. Right? The eagles don't care about the algae blooms. The geese don't seem to be concerned with it. It's just you and I that have issues, right? This lake can be absolutely deadly for us and for our pets, but nature is thriving all around us. Yes, that's kind of the balance of nature and humanity, right? It's when humanity steps back, nature has an opportunity to thrive. And that's exactly what's happening here at Anderson Lake. Again, during the summertime, there's plenty of fishing that happens on the lake and people bring their kayaks and their boats here. During the wintertime, the lake shuts down, which is ironic. That's the safest time to be on the lake, when the algae is dormant. I highly recommend you bring your rubber boots with you. Maybe bring a pair of binoculars to enjoy the birds on the lake, and maybe leave the swimming for another adventure. But that's it for me, folks. I am going to kick back and enjoy a little bit more of this view. And until next time, I hope to see you out there on the trail soon. Let's go for a walk.